And away we go. It is the nightcap right here on BearcatJournal.com. I'm Chad Brendel. He's Aaron Smith. The show, as always, brought to you by our good friends at Galactic Fried Chicken. Visit www.galacticfriedchicken.com. Download the app for Android, iPhone, everything Galactic. How could you not want to get the number 2 chicken in Cincinnati? Not the number 2 fried chicken in Cincinnati. The number 2 best chicken in the entire city. The number 2 chicken sandwich in the entire city. The number 3 gluten-free restaurant in the entire city, based on the annual poll done by City Beat.
Chad, you know how I was stuffing my face? You know how I was stuffing my face at the beginning of the BBP?
You were. You had a mouthful of food.
I did. I made a wrap with a little Cajun turkey, some pepper jack cheese, a little bit of mayonnaise, and covered that shit in Galactic sauce.
I did a burger for lunch today. A little mayo mixed with some Galactic sauce. Sorry, a little Miracle Whip mixed with some Galactic sauce for the burger.
You would.
I would. It's got a tangy zip. Miracle Whip. But anyway, visit our good friends at Galactic Fried Chicken and do the thing. Get down to Dayton, get some dinner at the restaurant, get some lunch. I had like 3 people hit me up today saying one had just left Galactic, 2 others that they were going to be at Galactic this week. So it's one of the hottest spots in the city, and they deserve your business. So go do it. Aaron,
Chad,
we have spent the entire weekend talking about spring football. We have spent the entire weekend talking about the AAU basketball scene.
Rayvon Griffith,
Isaiah Collier, who Wes Miller was stuck to like Velcro in Orlando on Saturday and Sunday. What we have not talked about, right before all that happened, there was an official visit. It was a 6'8", 240-pound member of the transfer portal. I think I have his name right. Kalu Ezekpe.
You said Caillou?
I'll cut you. If you ruin this for me, Aaron, I'm going to cut you. If you continue to call this kid Caillou, I'm going to find somebody else to produce these shows.
Oh, my God.
You know how much that triggers me. I'm laughing, so I can't say with a straight face I'm not laughing, but I'm not laughing. Anyhow.
So tell me about Caillou.
I'm about to do the rest of this show solo. Kalu. Ezekpe. I'm going to have to come up with a nickname for this kid, just in case. So you shut up. I don't know what it's going to be yet. So I've been doing some research, Aaron. Did you know Old Dominion is one of the slowest teams in the country in terms of like the pace of play?
I did not.
Kalu,
with a name like Old Dominion,
he averaged 11-7 at one of the slowest paces of play in the country. At Cincinnati, it translates to 14 points and 9 rebounds.
So even higher than what you projected him at 9.
Yes. Well, no, that's just saying like where he would have been.
I know.
There with Cincinnati's pace of play.
If you've been paying attention to any time we talked about him on this series, he's on the nightcap. Chad has said he averaged about 11, and you were considering that if you slowed it down where, maybe because the pace of play, because the skill level of our conference as opposed to the Big East is a little bit different. Or I'm sorry, not the Big East.
He would be jumping from Conference USA to the American, which isn't a major jump. It is at the top, Houston and Memphis and whatever. But standard, the conferences are the Americans a step above Conference USA, but not a significant step. If Old Dominion had played at Cincinnati's pace, the numbers say he would average 14-9. As we talked about, 14 is basically what the entire front court averaged. 4 and 5 last year for Cincinnati.
Right.
He's 6'8". He's 240 pounds. I'm guessing Cincinnati would probably like to trim him up a little with Mike Rayfelt,
Sure.
and get him in that range of 230, 235. But for me, Aaron, this is what Bearcat big men look like, right? We have in the past 3 years gotten away from Trey Scott, Gary Clark, Justin Jackson, Eric Hicks, Jason Maxiel, Yancey Gate. Well, Yancey was a little bigger.
Yeah.
At times he was, 6'8", 280, whatever it was.
Thick with 3 C's.
Maybe 4. Yancey might have had 4 C's.
Yancey CCC Gates.
Right. Yancey Gates. In homage to my guy, Jeff FFFF Carr at the Locked On Reds. This is what big men that have been the most successful playing Cincinnati-style basketball have looked like. And he's probably a little bigger at 6'8". Jason Maxiel was 6'5.5". Eric Hicks was like 6'4". And they were dominant here. Like, so
how tall was Fortson? 6'8"?
6'7"? No, 6'7" maybe.
Yeah, I mean he wasn't even huge.
Right. It's been undersized, aggressive, physical guys. This team lacked a couple serious deficiencies last year. One, somebody you can throw the ball to and feel confident you're going to get a bucket. You would get that here.
Yeah.
They've also lacked
Certainly
somebody.
down low.
Right. You've also lacked somebody you felt confident could go get a rebound. Offense or defense. Their offensive rebounding was better than, most remember from last year. Their defensive rebounding struggled. A 6'8", 240-pound guy is going to be able to put a body on a lot of people. So I think we're getting into decision territory on this one, Aaron. This is one I think makes Cincinnati significantly better than they were last year, because it solves two of the major holes that this team had, both offensively and on the glass. And there's no indication that he's a poor defensive player. He's going to have the size. Like, if you think about the American, you're not talking about a bunch of 6'11" dudes. Houston has gotten the job done with guys like this, with guys that are 6'8", 6'9", 240 pounds, with some skill.
The only teams that I can think of that have a center bigger than this, Memphis, but their program's kind of in shambles right now.
Well, but Jalen Duren's gone.
That's what I'm saying, and not to mention potential sanctions coming. They're in shambles right now.
And who else? South Florida's
Houston
always had a bunch of really tall dudes, but they suck.
Houston had a big center coming in, did they not? Or
he's 6'8". He's physically a monster.
Yes.
But he's not 6'11".
Okay.
So this is a guy that is built to compete in this league. If you're Wes Miller, right? Like, the more I've gone back on this today, you got to get this one done.
Well, think about this too. I mean, the pace that Cincinnati likes to run, right? We've been hampered by a guy getting up and down the court.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you got a guy who's capable of getting up and down the court. Why? Because he's 6'8". He's not a loafing 7'1", 7'2", trying to figure out how to get his knees up.
Right. And he's the guy. He's not going to be a guy that's going to stretch the floor with a three, unless he adds that to his game. But he is efficient from the mid range. He can pick and pop to 17 feet and knock down a shot. He's a 73% free throw shooter. So I know the free throw defense in the American is very good against Cincinnati over the years.
Yep. If that's how you want to phrase it, sure.
Teams just play great free throw defense against the Bearcats.
It's really hard to watch. Yeah.
I love free throw defense. It's one of my favorites. It's right up there with, in practice, you just got to make them shoot free throws when they're tired. If you don't make them shoot free throws when they're tired, they're not going to know how to shoot free throws when they're tired in the game.
They don't know how to shoot free throws, but
potato.
They don't know how to shoot free throws. That's fine.
But this is a kid. The more that I've processed it over the weekend and had a chance to look into some stuff today and dig into the numbers, I think this is an important one, and I think it would be a really good one to kick off the transfer portal.
It takes one thing off your list, right? You're done. You don't have to worry about a big
major things off your list.
Big addition off your list. You don't have to worry about it anymore. You don't have to keep looking at bigs. You don't have to put any more time into it. You got a guy who's built in the way that you like as a fan. I'm talking to the fans. As you like to watch your Bearcats, you got a guy in that mold.
Right.
Sure. Sign me up. Let's see what we got.
And you pair him with an improved Odie. You pair him with an improved Vic, an improved Jared Hensley. All of a sudden, you might have something working down low for the Bearcats. So I think this is one Cincinnati needs to get done. We'll see how this week goes. It's an important week, I think, on that front. Sean McNeil released his top 6. Cincinnati is involved. I think the main competition here for Cincinnati is Louisville. That's going to be, he's a Kentucky kid, but he's from Union, which is a 4-minute drive from my house.
I was going to say, right in your neck of the woods.
Right.
Go visit his family, Chad.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop over tomorrow.
Take him some Galactic.
Stop over with some Galactic fried chicken tomorrow after football practice. We'll see on that one. I think I'm not gonna come right out and say Louisville Cincinnati battle. I think it's a pretty close race in the 6 schools that he mentioned. I would probably say Louisville's a little bit ahead of the pack. Cincinnati's very close. It's going to be interesting to see how they handle that one.
I can't be the only one who's getting really sick and tired of these Kentucky schools, right? Louisville on the basketball front now. You had Kentucky on the football front. We already pissed and moaned about Kentucky tonight. But come on, man, just go away, Kentucky. God.
It's not how it works, bro. They're right there. I know Ohio people don't like to admit this.
I missed the bridge being
very
closed.
Close to Ohio.
I missed the bridge being closed. They wouldn't be over here if the bridge was closed.
I couldn't go to work.
Well, I mean, there's other ways. You just got to know. You got to be in the know.
I got to get a fucking helicopter?
No. You just got to go over the road less traveled.
I hate you sometimes. I really do. Oh shit. I don't have a whole lot else. Kalu Ezike is the focus this week, I think. You say it, I'm gonna kick you out of this room. I got a button right. Let me see.
I said
remove
nothing.
From stream. I've got a remove from stream button.
I said nothing.
Right on your little 3 dots. You say that name, I'm going to just kick you out, and you got to come back and acknowledge that you were wrong. That's it. Go check out the BBP. We had a great show tonight, recapping spring ball, AAU, a lot of different stuff, a great mailbag, and now we got the nightcap to you. I'm going to be at practice in the morning. And we'll go from there. He's Aaron Smith. I'm Chad Brendel. Galactic Fried Chicken is the sponsor. Bearcat Journal is the home. We'll see you tomorrow.
See ya!